the way a man and a woman are designed are like two separate, like it's so different. As a dude, a lot of the times 1 + 1 is 2. In every scenario, remove your emotions from it. This is just what it is. For a lady, 1 + 1 could equal 2.
Yeah.
But 1 + 1 could very well just be 11. And
on that day,
it really takes away from what a woman actually brings to the table.
Yeah. It's not that it's wrong to have high standards, but knowing that you're going to grow with the person and leaving room for that. If not, you eliminate what could be your dream person because you're not accounting for the fact that they will grow into it. But women have had experiences where they've been believing in the potential of a man and then he doesn't amount to it.
Yes. When she comes and asks you to pray, what are you gonna do?
Yeah.
It could have been a perfectly healthy, balanced relationship, just like you just weren't prepared for what you actually want.
One thing about you that the internet should know is that you really don't like inauthenticity. It's about to be very honest in here.
For the Girls is a show created to share the stories and experiences of every girl, every story, and every season. With your host, Tobi Naomi, we explore a variety of topics with our different guests. Through deep conversations, some laughs, and solving your dilemmas, every episode aims to leave you feeling seen, heard, and a little wiser. Let's jump into the show.
Hey you, welcome to For the Girls, a show intentionally made for the girls by your girl, Tobi Naomi. How are you? Welcome, thank you for being here. I hope you're doing well. I hope everything is going on well in your world. And if it's not, for the next few minutes, we're gonna be together and it's going to be a good time. I hope you leave feeling a little bit more seen, heard, a little wiser. And if you've never been here, welcome. If you've been here before, welcome back, girl. You know how we do things. If you've never been here before, though, today is a very special episode because I have, not me blushing on camera, I have a very amazing guest. Now, this show is for the girls, but today we have a man, and I promise you, if there's one thing about David, he is for the girls. So, would you join me in welcoming my fiance, David?
Hello.
Do you want me to say your last name? Should I give out your full gubby on the internet?
I don't know if it's that
No?
deep.
Okay. Well, he needs no introduction because if you've been on any of my pages, David is my accounts are David Stan accounts, but just so you guys know, David wears many hats and he's a lot of different things to a lot of different people. He's an amazing son, brother. Are you an uncle yet?
No.
Nephew, cousin. He's a software engineer and a founder, and he does some amazing things. But to me, he is my best friend and the love of my life.
Cute.
Not you blushing.
I'm not blushing.
Not you blushing.
I don't
Thank
blush.
you for being here. And he said yes to my request to be on the show and to come talk to the girls, because the girls have some questions. And so he's on the hot seat today, but don't worry. It's warm. It's comfortable here. You're with me. How do you feel?
It feels weird being in front of the camera.
Yeah. Because David is always behind every camera. Every time you've ever seen me, more than likely he's been standing behind the camera, figuratively or in person. And he's a very big reason that this show happened. So I just wanted to give you your flowers and say thank you. I love you so much.
Love you too.
Do you?
Yes, I do.
Well, that's enough of that. We can't get moist right now. Now, David, people don't know you. People don't know you necessarily. Maybe they do. Maybe they've come across your page before. But before we give any advice, you guys have to know that he's really for the girls. So we're going to play a game. Are you ready?
Okay.
I haven't shown him these questions. It's going to be my rendition of the GQ couples quiz.
Oh my God.
This is going to be fun.
Okay.
These are your cards.
Oh God.
I'm so excited. Guys, I've always wanted to be on the GQ couples quiz. GQ, if you'd like to have me on, I'm available anytime. But this is the For the Girls couples quiz.
Okay.
Are you ready?
Yes.
Do you want to go first?
So
the way this works, is we're going to have 1 minute to go through 10 questions or 11, whatever numbers on there. And you have to ask me and I have to answer to let you know how much I know you, how well I know you. And then I'll switch and ask you my questions.
Okay.
Are you ready?
Yes.
Okay.
Wait, sorry. So I ask you the questions?
Yeah, you ask me the question and I answer. And then you tell me if I'm right or wrong.
Oh,
so it's like,
so these
it's
are questions
rapid
for
fire.
me.
Yeah.
Okay,
About
okay,
you
okay,
to me.
All right.
But it's
okay.
rapid fire, so
I'll-
I have to answer fast.
So I start. Okay.
And then you tell me if I'm wrong or not. I'm scared.
Do I tell you at the end or just as you're?
No, as we're going,
Okay.
and then the counter will be ticking here.
I guess we'll
David
see who
also
won.
edits the videos, so
Yeah. Many hats.
many hats.
Okay. All right. So
Okay.
question number one. What's my shoe size?
12.
Correct.
Period.
How many countries have I lived in?
1, 2, 3. 3.
4. Actually, yeah, no, that's right.
Three,
3.
yeah,
Yeah, 3 is right. Okay. What am I more likely to wear for a casual day out?
Your Jordans. Your Jordans.
Which ones?
Oh, David,
Just
please.
saying. Which ones?
Okay, that would be an extra point. The red ones. I don't know.
Red ones?
Oh, shit. Okay, no.
I'll give you a half point. I'll give you a half point.
Okay,
I'll give you
and
a half. It's Jordans, but like they're not. It's not the
and
red
your
ones.
your jeans and a hoodie. You love being in
Which
a hoodie.
jeans?
Not nigga. Sorry. How am I supposed to know which jeans? It could
I
be
have
any
very specific. I know exactly what I would be wearing.
on a casual day out, but you're going out. You're not staying at home because then that would be sweats and a hoodie.
Yes, if it was at
Actually,
home.
pajama pants and a hoodie. Actually, I ain't trying to expose your
Fair
business.
Fair enough.
But out it would be jeans. I don't know which jeans. You've got new jeans. So I don't know if it would be the new ones, the old ones. It would be jeans and a hoodie though.
Yeah. It would.
Or jean. No, not a hoodie. You wouldn't wear a hoodie. You'd wear one of your long sleeve jackets.
Probably. Yeah.
David is always in a jacket. He always cold. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay,
What's
is
my favorite?
that
What's my
correct?
favorite ice cream? Yeah.
Which jeans would it have been?
The ones I'm actually wore here.
Oh. Okay. Yeah. Fair enough.
Yeah. Okay. What's my favorite ice cream flavor?
Oh, you have many though. It depends on the day. Oh shoot. Hold on.
You wrote
Maple
this
pecan?
question.
No, I generated it on ChatGPT.
Okay.
Maple pecan.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll give you that one. I'll give you
Okay,
that one. What's my
thank
middle
you.
name?
Well, you have many. Do you want me to say the whole thing?
I
You
have
have
two.
two.
That's it.
Okay, David and Chukwunomso.
Yeah.
His first name isn't actually David.
Yeah.
I call him baby.
All right. If I could travel anywhere in the world, where would I go?
Depends. I'm gonna go with Bali.
Bali?
Just because of our honeymoon.
Fam.
Okay, no.
No.
Japan. It would be Japan.
Japan?
Or Singapore. It would be one of those
Singapore,
two. Come on.
yes. But like,
Which one would you have said?
Which one would I have said?
Yeah.
Off the dome.
rip. Yeah.
What came to my head was like, what's the purpose of the trip?
Yeah, that's why I said different answers.
But somewhere I really want to go Singapore, definitely Singapore.
Okay.
Okay. What was my first job?
McDonald's.
No. Incorrect. Next. Should I say what it was?
Yeah, yeah.
It was when Calgary flooded, and I had the job to pressure wash the insulation
forgot
off.
about that. You
Yeah.
told me that like one time, a long time ago.
Still told it to you.
You did,
Still.
you
Okay.
did, you did.
What's my favorite thing to do in my free time?
Well, besides hanging out with me, you like watching TV shows or playing Call of Duty.
Call of Duty, yeah.
Yeah.
What's my favorite nickname to call you?
Babe.
Yes.
Babe. Babe.
Yes.
Babe. Babe.
Tobi Naomi.
Or Tobi Naomi.
What's one unique thing about how I deal with conflict?
You take time to process.
Yes, I do.
Yeah, you take time to process.
Don't rush me.
No, you
Don't
don't
rush
like. You hate to be rushed, actually.
Yeah.
As I've learned through time and trial and error.
Okay, what's my favorite thing about you?
Well, can't. You know, the one that comes to mind. Don't know if I can say that on camera. So, which one do you want? The clean, the clean answer. I think you like the way I treat people. I don't know if that's your favorite thing about me, though.
What my favorite thing is?
It's one of.
I won't say it's my favorite though.
Can I try again?
I mean, you already lost the point, but
No.
sure. Go ahead. If you want to.
I don't know.
I don't know. I
Is
say
it
it all the time.
my bum?
No.
Okay, so-
Yes. Yes. But no.
You say it all the time. I don't know.
It's how you're light.
You do. Okay, well that is synonymous to how I treat people, but no, it's not. You do say I'm a light.
It's not
Yeah.
synonymous, but
Okay.
close
So how many points did I get? Ding 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 over
yeah,
here.
I
That's
don't
okay.
know.
We'll find out. Okay. My turn. Thank you. Do you like
God.
my show notes?
Yeah, it looks nice.
Yes, I'm not showing you guys what's behind here.
Yeah, you should see what's behind. It's very interesting. Thank God.
Okay, are you ready?
No, but I'm here, so we
You
do
have
it anyway.
this. You have this. Okay. Switch. What is my favorite genre of music? It can be top 2. Genre.
Gospel music and R&B.
Okay.
Am I right?
Yes. I feel like it'd be contemporary worship because gospel is a little bit too
Yeah,
upbeat
like-
for me, but yes,
yeah.
yeah. No, but as of recent, can't lie to you, I've been listening to my worship music, but what would the other one be? Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, you said top 2.
Yeah.
Afrobeats, because like,
Yeah, it depends.
Maybe
That was good.
B
What is
flat-
my
B
guilty
flat
pleasure
nonsense.
show?
guilty pleasure show. Oh God. Scandal. What's that one where the dad died? Is This Is Us?
Oh, This Is Us? Nah.
No?
That's too emotional for me.
We say, what do you mean guilty pleasure show?
Like, I don't want nobody to know that I watch this, but I'd be watching it a lot.
Oh, Keeping Up with the Kardashians.
Yes. That was good. That was
Standard.
good. What was the last book I read?
The last book you read?
Yes. Or listened to. You know I don't be reading, but I'd be listening to books.
The Bible.
The Bible, yes. No, but that's not the answer.
It
If
was
you
the
want
one
that
with
point.
SJR?
Yes. Power
Yeah,
Moves. That's the
Power
last
Moves.
book I actually read physically. That was good.
yellow
And
one.
you got it for me.
Yeah.
Shout out to Sarah Jakes
I'm looking,
Roberts. No, David,
like,
you might be cooking.
I'm
but hold
cooking
on.
right now.
What is my favorite activity to do on vacation?
Chill.
Nothing. Thank
Absolutely
you.
nothing, yeah.
Next, what is my favorite nickname to call you?
Oh God. Oh, babe too.
That's the nickname I'd be calling you because it's easy.
Favorite nickname?
Yes, and you like it too. It's your favorite nickname that I call you.
Wow.
This is the man I'm marrying, guys. No, I'm joking. This is the man that said I'm cooking. David, you have it. Come on. You got 5 seconds on the clock, babe.
Sugar plum.
One.
I don't know.
When the
What?
hell
I don't
have
know.
ever
What
caught
was
that?
it?
My love.
Oh my God.
You had it.
Yes.
I feel bad for you. I want to give it to you. What is my one hidden talent? This one is hard. I don't even know.
One hidden talent?
Yes.
I don't know if it's hidden, but actually it is kind of hidden because you don't be doing it when I tell you to sing. It's hidden.
It's not hidden.
It's hidden.
It's hidden
It's very
from
much
the world
hidden.
for now. That's
Very
good.
much hidden.
That's good. Describe my perfect day/date. You got 10 seconds on the clock.
Oh God. Perfect day. Wake up. Brunch. French toast. Orange juice.
Who am I with?
Me.
Period.
Brunch. French toast. Probably watching a TV show in the background. You're probably not trying to pay attention to it. Then either if you're feeling active, go do some activity,
Yeah.
and then come back home, make dinner, watch another movie, chill.
Yeah.
If you're not feeling active, still just chill.
Yeah. I
Or
love
continue to
chilling.
watch TV show, a South African Netflix TV show.
Yes, that's our thing.
Yeah.
That's good, babe. That was really good. What is my favorite thing to cook for you? There's a story behind this. No, what do you say I always cook for you? The one thing I can
Potato
cook.
salad.
Yes, potato salad or mashed
Slaps.
potatoes. And it
Slaps.
slaps. Thank you. Where did we first meet and what was my first impression of you?
Library. What was your first impression of me?
I've told you this
Who's
before.
this tall, dark-skinned, handsome black man?
That's actually what I said. I didn't say it like that. I was like, oh, he's cute.
Am I right?
But I'm off boys for a year. That was
yeah.
that was my first impression. So I literally was like, disregard. And then he followed me on Instagram, but that's a whole different
I
story.
didn't follow you on
He
Instagram.
did.
I
He
literally
did.
didn't. I did not.
Do you know why he did?
I'm
We're not even gonna
1,000%
give
sure.
it. You did, because I was in the elevator at school and I saw it and I was like, oh, interesting. And then remember when we were at the church and I was like, oh, we were trying to talk and I was like, it's too loud, I can't hear you. But I saw you followed me on Instagram. I'll DM you.
No, that's not true because remember, you need a ride home.
Yes, but before we got to that, when I was talking to you, I was like, why are you on your phone during a concert? We're at church. And then you were like, oh, I'm not doing too good. Then you started
maybe.
talking to me. And then I was like, it's too loud in here. But I saw you, and I said, I saw you followed me on Instagram because I refused to be, I refused for
I
this.
disagree. I disagree.
What is one unique thing in how I deal with conflict?
Don't deal with it right now.
Yeah.
Let's talk about it.
Let's get it out
Let's
the
just
way.
get out the way.
Let's get it out the way. And last but not least, what is my favorite thing about you?
I actually don't know.
Really?
I actually don't know.
I don't be telling you enough?
No, you do, but like you tell me a lot of stuff.
That's true.
So I don't know what you want.
Well, there's top two things: how intelligent you are,
Yes.
but also how much you. Well, it's top three. This one is selfish. How he treats me. I like how you treat me.
Yeah.
That's a really big thing for me. But how you treat other people, because it's not just me.
True.
Yeah. Well, I love you. That was good.
It's cute.
Well, now I'm shy.
Okay.
Now we're going to get into the hot conversation, or the hot seat conversation. Okay, so David, the girls have questions and there's dilemmas specifically, but right now you're speaking, I don't want to say you're speaking for the men, but you're speaking for the girls. You're speaking to the girls. You may be representing some of the men in here, the good men, please. Are you ready for this conversation?
Yes.
Yeah? Okay. So one thing about you that the internet should know is that you really don't like inauthenticity. Like you hate people putting up a front. I feel like that would be your biggest pet peeve about online creators. And that was a big thing that you held me to when I started pursuing this.
Yep.
So just to give you guys that caveat, it's about to be very honest in here. Now, let's start off with this. The rhetoric of there's no good men left, there's no mature men left, ready men, left. What are your thoughts on that? Because as you know, men have done a number on girls, and across the board, it takes two to tango. However, women have really experienced some things, and it's made people come to the conclusion of, or many people have jumped to the conclusion of, or come to the conclusion of, that there's no good men left. What do you think about that?
I think it's a cop-out, to be honest.
Okay.
I think that, I understand why people say that. I understand it. Guys can say the same thing about women too. But there's no good men left. There's how many billion people on the face of this planet? In the country you live in, there's millions of people. I think that happens when, I'm gonna say women have a filter that's insane and unrealistic, in my opinion. Because everybody wants 6'4" black bearded millionaire who drives a G-Wagon and sits frontside at NBA games, courtside at NBA games.
And what's wrong with that?
There's nothing wrong with it.
Okay.
I'm just saying that sure, but then that's 0.002% of the population. And then you're filtering for, and I'm just obviously exaggerating. Obviously.
Yeah, no, of course.
But I'm just saying you're filtering for that, and then you don't end up in a situation where there's perfectly good guys around you. They might be missing something here and there, but no guy's perfect, right? So a lot of guys need a woman that'll actually refine them. For example, what I'm wearing right now, I would never wear this in a million years. I just wouldn't. I just wouldn't. I would see, I'd be like, oh, that looks cool. I just wouldn't buy it. Or even just taking care of yourself, or even the way you think and you deal with conflict.
I bought it for him, by the way. That's what it is.
Or how you speak to people. There's so many different things that a guy has that sometimes a woman just needs to refine that, and you can literally and this, people could take this the wrong way, but you can almost mold someone into what your quote unquote dream person would be.
No, I get what you're saying.
You know? So I think that that whole rhetoric of there's no good guys around, I think it's BS, and I think it's just an excuse for either your terrible choice in men or your filter is unrealistic and you're setting yourself up for failure.
And we've had this conversation before,
Yeah.
and I think that, because at first I was like, how? And that defensiveness that sometimes comes up when you hear, oh, your filter is too high. But one thing that you said, I remember in a conversation, was it's not that it's wrong to have high standards, but knowing that you're going to grow with the person and leaving room for that. If not, I forget the line that you used, and it just came to my mind as you were talking, but you eliminate what could be your dream person because you're not accounting for the fact that they will grow into it. But women have had experiences where they've been believing in the potential of a man, and then he doesn't amount to it.
Yes. Yeah, that's completely fair. I get that, but that's not to me, that doesn't fall under the rhetoric of there's no good men around. Because for a lady to be in that situation, you've been with the dude for a minute.
Yeah.
You've You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You tried. Like, you did see someone, you saw an uncut diamond.
Yeah.
Or what you thought was an uncut diamond.
Yeah.
Tried to mold it how you wanted to mold it, and it just didn't work out how you thought it would. That's okay. That doesn't give you the right to say there's no good men around.
True.
You tried one good man. You tried what you thought was a good man, and
Yeah.
it wasn't. Like, again, like, this is not discounting anyone's like experience or any sort of negative thing they had, but
empathy.
exactly. But like, at the end of the day, that's still just one dude amongst a ton.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
However, or not however, when we're in a relationship and we've had like this experience, I think sometimes, at least I'll speak for myself, there was a point where, because you were my first boyfriend, everything, there was an expectation for you to almost give me the same love or the same treatment that I got from my girls. Because I was like, oh, well, you know, I've never done this before. And I think sometimes there's the expectation, maybe not for all women, but for some of us, for the guy to act like we would in the relationship. Meanwhile, we're meant to fulfill different roles. That's why we go together and not, you know, let me not speak to that too much. But what are your thoughts on, you know, our similarities and differences as it pertains to our roles in love? Are we meant to love each other the exact same way?
Like men and women?
Yeah, men and women.
I don't think so. Something I had to learn over time, like, one, you know, our guys talk about this all the time, like, women, till this day, I don't understand, and I've stopped trying to understand how women operates. Genuinely, like, and it's
trying
not
to figure it out.
Yeah, it's not a bad thing. It's not inherently a bad thing. It's just that, like, the way a man and a woman are designed are like two separate. Like, it's so different, and they really need that balance to really work very, very well. So, for example, right, a guy is like, again, it's cliche, but it's realistic. It's true. Like, the whole thing about like thinking with quote unquote your emotions and then versus thinking like logically, right? As a dude, a lot of the times 1 + 1 is 2. In every scenario, remove your emotions from it. This is just what it is.
Yeah.
But then there's situations where, like, for a lady, 1 + 1 could equal 2.
Yeah.
But 1 + 1 could very well just be 11. And
on that day.
Literally on that day, and then the plus sign turns into a multiplication sign.
Come on.
Like, or it turns into, they split it up, they do something.
Yeah.
It could be,
because it depends on the context.
Like, there's so many things around it, and like, the thing is that, like, as a guy, you're just like, how? Like, that's not the way it is. Like, this is just, like, this happened, therefore this should happen. But as a lady, like, there's literally so many different things, and like that comes into effect, and it's useful in so many different areas. There's been so many situations where I'm like, let's just do this. You're like, no, babe, you gotta think about this. I'm just like, fam, it's literally not that deep. And then, like, lo and behold, like, you end up being right, and like vice versa. So I don't think, and the thing is that, like, I don't think guys should try and force a woman to try to start thinking logically, or quote unquote what you would consider, just everyone understands when I say think logically, like a dude would think, because like it really takes away from what a woman actually like brings to the table. You know what I'm saying? Because as a dude, like, there's some times where you literally just need someone to help you see something in an entirely different way. And even down to like what would be considered like traditional like roles, stuff like nurturing, stuff like provision. I don't think that as a guy you should try to like have or let your lady like do the role that you should be doing, because there's literally a reason why, like,
you were created.
Yeah, like you're like a lady, like a woman, she's like a nurturer. She takes something, she makes it beautiful. Like that whole saying of like, what is it? You give a woman a house, turns to a home, or something like that. You know what I'm saying? There's that, like as a man, like if you put me in an apartment, like as long as I have my desk, I have
Not
a bed
even
to
a bed.
sleep on.
Okay, I was about to
Like
say.
literally a mattress, not even a bed, a mattress. Give
Yeah.
me like 2-3 plates, and as long as I can eat, I'm chilling.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But that's not a home. That's just where you're working. Where you're
You're
sleeping.
residing.
You know what I'm saying? But put a lady in there. There's dishes. There's decorations. There's a nice, comfy couch. There's all these different things.
Yeah.
There's pillows. There's like, oh, you want to eat something? Let's not eat the same thing every single time. Let's like cook something. Let's bake something. Let's do all different
We
things.
offer
And, like,
different
You know what I'm
things.
saying? There's so many different things, and like, I
Yeah.
just don't think that dudes should be. I don't think that when men or women should be trying to play the role of the other person. If you're in a situation where like you are finding yourself like playing that role, then that means that somebody isn't
dropping
doing what
the
they're
ball.
meant to be doing
100%.
in that situation.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's tough because again, every relationship is different because some people are very okay with like switching roles.
No, and you have to
but
do what works for you.
Genuinely,
you
you have
have
to
to
works for you,
find
but
what
it's
works
like-
for you. But in general,
Yeah.
I do think that God created us different for a reason, and then put us together
Yeah.
for a reason. Do you know what I mean? Like God didn't make a mistake in making us the way we are, and God didn't make a mistake in saying we are meant to be together. So our job is to find how are we meant to balance this out.
Yes.
No, I think that's really good. What do you think is one thing that women should know about men? Or what's one thing you wish women knew about men that could help us in our, relating with men? And we're not talking about toxic men. I'm so sorry. Like,
Yeah, please, like, let's be so serious. Like,
that we don't need to give that caveat.
Like,
Again, if you subscribe to that, this isn't the show for you.
Like, just-
you can come as you are, but yeah, just so you don't have to give any caveats as you
go
speak.
to betterhelp.com.
Therapy is good.
Yeah.
Therapy is good.
Because
Therapy is
we're
godly.
talking about
too.
regular dudes, please. Massive,
Godly men, actually,
like,
not even
massive
regular.
disclaimer, please.
Okay.
Sorry, what did you ask?
No, it was just what's one thing that you wish women knew that you think could
What's one
help
thing I
us
wish?
in our relating with.
It's like, guys, like, it's really not that complicated to just make him happy. It's
Elaborate.
It's truly not complicated. And I say this like, minus like married couples who are having sexual relations. That's obviously like, that's like standard. So I'm talking like minus all that stuff. Guys just want, it's as long as he's like not hungry, as long as he has his own space, like dudes will do whatever for you, genuinely.
Good
Like,
men.
yes, like
Because-
good men will do like genuinely like whatever. Because like there's if you're not, no one wants to enter a relationship to make someone's life harder. No one, like, again, disclaimer, good guys. No one's trying to do that. No one,
Yeah.
everyone, like, for me, what makes me happy is seeing when stuff is easy for you. Like, for example, if we're going to the if we're going through the airport, and I'm seeing you carrying a bag, and one hand is free. There's, like, I feel uncomfortable having just one hand free while you're. I don't think it's like, it doesn't like, it's not like it's making your life exponentially easier. It's just like a little thing here and there, you know.
It provides ease.
You know, it provides ease. So like,
Yeah.
guys, a lot of guys, like, they want to like actually do those things, like
Yeah.
actually like fulfill that like role of, you know, being a protector, being a provider, making your life easy. And I think that a lot of women's lives would be a lot easier if they understood that like guys are like the guy that they're with is actually trying to do all those things. He may not get it right, 100%. He might mess up here and there, and like it might take some time, or the thing is he might just not even like notice it. But if he's truly wanting to be with you for a very long time and is actually truly invested in the relationship, like he will do what he can to improve. And I'm saying this because I've seen dudes who, like, if you talk to them in high school, you'd be like, I genuinely don't know how you're going to find
Anybody. Yeah.
But like, if you look at them today, like, lovey-dovey,
Yeah.
matching shoes,
I feel like that was about someone. I hope you're watching this because
matching
too
shoes,
specific.
matching shirts, like, oh, my baby's doing this, like dudes will drive across the city to do stuff, and like, even like myself, there's even things I'm doing today, I'm just like, bro, like, there's no, if you told me I would be doing this when I was like 6, 17, I'd be like, yep, no, I'm not doing that, she'll be okay. So a lot of guys are actually trying to do that. Sometimes like, sometimes girls just think that like, oh no, he's not trying to do all these different things.
Yeah.
So then you're now working from a place of like, he's not trying to make my life easier or better, and it just causes unnecessary tension when it doesn't need to. So
and
I think
operating from a place of not believing the best, and this is something that like, and I can speak like freely, hopefully it's a safe space, I've experienced of having to adjust where I was coming from with regards to you, and not because of you, but because of everything that is not popularized, like that is shown about men, like the different
what's generally said,
and also some experiences that I've seen and maybe not had, because you happen to be my first boyfriend, first fiance, and first husband in Jesus' name, well, last husband, but there were other experiences. It's not only with you that like I had experienced a relationship with a man and seeing like, you know, aunties, uncles, whatever it may be, and bringing that over. Certain things would happen. I'm like, oh my gosh, this sounds like the story I heard. Maybe he's trying to do this. And it can be hard to let go of those things that it's all you've known. But it does affect your reception of love.
It affects everything. Like everything that like he starts doing from there. And like, and then it goes back to like the original thing we've talked about, right? Then it's so, once you're looking for, let's look at an example. Let's look at stuff like let's use a sensitive topic. Like let's look at stuff like money. That we've had to figure it out. Right? If you already assume, people are gonna roast what I say, but I don't care. Assume that he's not trying to take care of you or provide for you financially, or share, or trying to make you like fully dependent on him so that like you can't do anything else. Like once you're already operating from that place, like you'll see it. You'll see.
Your bias will be confirmed.
Like you'll see whatever you want to see. You'll notice all the times where like you might want to do something that is like, no, I don't really want to do that, or you might actually just genuinely like need money from him, not necessarily because like you like really need it, but you might just not want to ask because like you're like, oh, he's gonna say no because my auntie, her husband did this,
and he used it as a thing,
you know what I'm saying, yelled over her head, and she couldn't do anything. That she was not trying for money. She had to be begging for cash, all different things. And like, bro, like you're shooting yourself in the foot when you absolutely don't have to. You just make your life so much harder than it absolutely needs to be. But why do that to yourself? You don't need to. Like this is a fresh dude who, like, a lot of the times, again, a good guy. He's not trying to do any of that.
He's not trying to mess your life up.
You know what I'm saying?
And I think that's healing for someone, though, because it can be hard to believe that, especially if your heart has been broken before. But you have to believe that he actually, if he's in this, he wants you.
Yes, exactly. And like, obviously, there's scenarios where like that's unfortunately not the case. But like, let it be that
he proved you wrong.
He proved you wrong. And like, you can stand and say that this dude is not actually who I thought he was, and that can't be off the first like time, because genuinely like you might just like make a mistake. For example, like like for example, there was a time where you asked me for, what was it? I think you wanted to buy a dress or something like that, and then I think you just wanted me to pay for it, and then I was like, oh.
I think you said, do you need a new dress?
I was asking, I was like, oh, do you need, like, why do you need another new dress? And then became like a whole problem, because then you're assuming that like, oh, like he doesn't want to do this. Meanwhile, it's not like I don't want to like give you the money for the dress. Like it doesn't. It's just like I just want to understand.
There had also been many times actually that you had given easily, but in that moment, you confirmed a bias. Can't lie.
Exactly. So like it's like, but because you're already like thinking that you're.
It became what it didn't need to be.
It just becomes a necessary problem. So
which is where communication is helpful, though, because we did talk it out and you were able to explain. So there will be times where, unfortunately, you will have a bias. It's important to be able to communicate that. But sorry.
No, but like you just gotta like almost be willing to be naive and give the benefit of the doubt until you're proven wrong, because you don't stand to gain anything by assuming like he's gonna the worst in the person. You really don't.
That's really good. You don't gain anything from assuming the worst.
You just why are you in a relationship? Why you know that?
It does feel like a protective mechanism.
It is, and like that's completely fair, but it's still, protective mechanism or not, it's still like making your life harder when I don't think it has to be. So. No,
that's really good. What is one thing that you would say to someone that's waiting on healthy love or is working towards healthy love? And it can be to the girls, or it can be to the guys, because sometimes they need to hear some things too. Like, let's be honest.
I think I would say, like, you yourself have to, like, be prepared for that.
What do you mean?
Because, for example, like, if you struggle with, like, confidence, your, like, self-esteem, and then someone and your partner is complimenting you all the time, you might not know how to receive those compliments. That could cause trauma between you guys. You know, and like, even let's not even make it deep. Let's talk about the typical. You want millionaire husband, G-Wagon, right? Sure.
You want that car? You've used it twice now.
I've been thinking about it a lot, actually. I've been thinking about it a lot. You want that, okay, sure, right? Now, he shows up. You want him to have, nice beard, muscular, 72-pack abs, whatever. Now,
the usual.
Now, are you ready to, like, actually deal with that? Because you have to understand, the dude has those things.
There's a certain lifestyle.
He has. I'm not talking about, like, clubbing, going out. I'm talking about, if he's ripped, he's going to the gym. He's not playing with his gym time. And he probably has a great diet. So you guys are probably not getting ice cream all the time. If he's driving a $300,000 car, he's probably busy working all the time. So you guys might be on a date, and he might be on his phone trying to figure something. It's not like he doesn't want to be there. He's like, fam, like,
well, those are the things
there's things I gotta do. You know what I'm saying? So you have to be prepared. You have to be, like, very realistic with your expectations, because again, that might be a perfectly healthy relationship where, like, it's not like he doesn't want to be there. Like, he's like, he just has, like, stuff to, like, for example, like with me and you, right? I work a lot. And there's times where, like, you come over and, like, I'm in my office working, and, like, when I get a few seconds, I'll come out, say what's up, but then I have to go back. But then as long as, like, you know that, like, he's, like, trying to, and it's not like it's all the time.
It's not a neglectful
You know what I'm saying?
thing.
You don't feel neglected. You yourself have to be prepared for that. And even coming to the guys too, right? For any, like, guys that are watching, you want a girl, she got a fatty, she has abs.
That's crazy.
I'll bleep it out,
Nice
whatever.
body.
Has a nice butt. She's looking nice. She's a prayer warrior. Let's talk about that, actually.
Yeah. No.
As a guy, you want a girl who's nice body. You want to be praying in tongues. Serving in church. Okay, Olga, let's talk about it.
The
If
reality
she's doing that,
of
she's going to the gym all the time. There's dudes at her gym all the time. Are you confident enough in yourself that
and
you're not going to feel? You're not going to feel. You're not going to feel threatened by dudes
saying,
checking her out.
And also making that a problem.
And not making
for the
her
girl
change
too.
the way that she dresses. You want someone who's a prayer warrior. Okay, sure. When she comes and asks you to pray, what are you going to do? Can you pray?
Or she checks you about something.
Exactly. Or she doesn't want to do any of, all the doings that happen before marriage. Like, she doesn't want to do any stuff. Can you handle that? Like, and then people now, like, go and chase after these people who have all these things that they want, but they themselves are not ready to actually, like, deal with that.
Cause problems.
It causes problems, and it could have been a perfectly healthy, balanced relationship. Just like, you just weren't prepared for what you actually want. So, yeah.
No, that's really good. That's really good. Well, I've asked you questions, but some people have, like, direct questions, and there was a dilemma that was sent to me, and I thought that we could talk about this. Okay. Are you ready?
Yep.
Okay. Hey sis, so this was sent to me, but we can, like, talk about this. Love your relationship. Well, what I show of it, I'm sure she means well. Wanted to ask, were you and your man always on fire for Christ, or did you both grow? Currently dealing with a lukewarm man, but he is amazing in every way. And I sent her a message that we would answer this on here. Yeah.
I think it's crazy how, like, that's literally what I just talked about.
I was gonna say that was a perfect segue.
like what the heck?
That was a perfect segue.
Interesting. So I think that there's a lot. I have a few questions. When she says lukewarm, is it that he says he's a Christian, but, like, he's not really.
I would assume so, because
About
lukewarm
that?
means that you acknowledge Christ. So I don't think he's an atheist.
No, like to me, I would disagree, because to me,
Really?
lukewarm could very well also be like he's in church, he is serving in church. But
Yeah,
like,
so he acknowledges Christ.
Yeah, but like on a regular, like, but when it comes down to it, he's not really like
About it.
about it.
Yeah,
fully.
he doesn't live it.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because there's a level of like, oh yeah, I go to church, sure, that's fine. But then there's a level of I go to church and I serve, but like I'm still like not really.
Okay, you're in the transformation process.
Yeah, in a way, yes. Like I wouldn't really say transformation process. I would more say, like think about it like in 3 layers. So you have layer 1 down here where it's like, okay, yeah.
At least I'm a Christian.
Yes, at least I'm a Christian.
Yeah.
I know Jesus exists.
Yeah.
Can't tell me he doesn't. Oh, not gonna say you can't tell me he doesn't, but like I've been going to church my whole life.
Yeah.
Yes. Then there's a level above that where it's like, I'm a Christian, I go to church, and
Yeah.
I'm serving in my church.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
like,
Okay, I
you
get
might
what
still
you mean.
catch me like
At the club on Saturday,
the
but I'm
club
finna be
on
at church
Saturday,
on
but
Sunday
I'll be on-
morning.
exactly,
Yes.
you know?
Okay. Yes.
and then there's not a level above that where it's like,
I'm committed. Like
yeah,
this.
you
I'm
know,
not perfect, obviously.
I'm trying, but like
yeah.
I can
I'm
confidently
about
say
it.
that yes, I'm about it. That was
I
my
don't.
first
I think
initial
lukewarm
question.
is.
So
I go to church.
I in this situation, I'm gonna assume that she means like that second
Yeah.
layer we're talking about. To be honest, I think that like, is he trying? I think that's the main
Yeah.
thing. Like,
Because the
if
first
he's-
part she asked was, "Were we always on fire for Christ?" So you can speak to that.
I would say.
Because when we met each other, I wouldn't say so.
wouldn't
We
say
knew God,
so,
and we
yeah.
were like, we believed we were going to church.
Yeah.
This wasn't nothing about.
I would say that you were more on fire
True.
than I was.
Yeah.
And that sort of like sparked something in me where I was like, hey, yo, if I'm gonna be with this baby a long time, I need to jazz up.
Yeah. No, fair enough.
I need to like jazz up, because
Yeah.
if I want to do this whole leader of my household, yada yada yada, I need to know what on earth
Yeah.
I'm actually doing. So I'm
Yeah.
not just like doing
Who am I
stuff.
leading her to? Or where am I
Exactly.
leading her to? Yeah.
So I would say from there on, when I made that realization, that's when I had to like really pick it up.
Yeah. But
so-
also vice versa, because there were seasons where I wasn't on my
Yes.
game. Because, you know, being in university, sometimes for the uni girls, honestly, you guys are trying. It'd be hard. Like, I see university girls that are in our church and, like, they're in prayer team. I'm like, oh,
Bro,
you
I
are.
could never be in prayer team if I was in university.
Wow,
I literally-
you're doing amazing things.
Yeah.
But there were seasons where, like, you had graduated and you were out and you were planted. And I was like, I think that the ball has dropped on somebody's side and it's not David's. So there's that influence, but you're right. I don't think that we were definitely not where we're at
Yeah,
now.
I don't think so. I think it's a growing process. I think you have to.
Yeah.
I think especially because if she's asking this, she's probably the one who's more like, I'm gonna say on fire for Christ.
Yes, yeah.
So I think that if you love him a lot, and if you know he's a guy like we talked about earlier, who's actually trying, like there has to be grace for that. And she sounds
Yeah.
like there is. It sounds like there is grace for
Yeah.
that. And sometimes it's literally just a process. It's literally just a process. And again, but you have to know if he's actually
Yes.
trying.
Yeah.
You know,
like
he's-
if he actually wants
if he
God.
wants God, like
Yeah.
that's the main
Yeah.
thing. You know, and that doesn't mean that he's like perfect,
Perfect,
but like as
yeah.
long as he's trying,
Yeah.
yeah,
Honestly, it's
You'll be
only a
okay.
matter of time. Because
Yeah.
you also, let's talk about you. You weren't always where you're at
Yep.
right now. And where you're going to be, you'll look back on where you were at and think, wow, I was so, I was the
Yep.
girl that was coming
Yep.
late to church.
Yep.
I was, I wasn't treating these things with like utmost importance.
yep.
So there's that side
Yeah.
too of like give room for his transformation process.
1000%.
But also make sure that he wants to be
yes,
transformed.
just make sure he wants to. I think that's the main thing. As long
Yeah.
as anyone's like willing to try stuff, like
God wants him more than he wants God. So like God will actually take care of him, but he has
I
to
know,
want
yes,
God.
He has to be trying.
Yeah.
And I think as long as you can confidently and like be realistic with yourself,
Yeah,
say that he's trying, I think you're okay.
you're good. That's so good. Well, I just wanted to give you your flowers and say thank you for being here.
Problem.
And thank you for being a girl's guy. Like thank you for genuinely making it easy for me to brag about you, and I don't have to lie when I'm talking about you because I'm like, he could actually back it up, and everybody that knows you would say the same. You're an amazing person, and I love doing life with you.
Same here.
This is not meant to be, emotional or moist. This is actually for the girls. So I'm so glad that you were here. I don't think we'll be having many men on the show, but you know, I had to do it. Well, maybe we'll open it up in season 2. This is the one and only for this season. Thank you. This is actually perfect, but enough to test. I'm gonna leave that. Clearly I can't speak, but thank you. No, don't do that. That's enough. Wrap it up. Okay. Well, thank you guys for being here. I hope that blessed you, and I hope it actually made a difference for you. Leave all your questions in the comments, you know, because sometimes when there's conversations between girls and guys, it seems to spark a conversation. And like this video, share it with someone you think could use it, with your partner, maybe, if you guys need to talk about some stuff, and subscribe for more. This has been a great season, and I think you're probably wrapping us up here. So I hope you've enjoyed it so far. But yeah, let me know what your favorite episode has been. Don't worry, we'll be back though. There's still a little bit more coming.
There's plenty. She doesn't even know the plenty that's coming, but.
Well, I received that word. Thank you. I'll see you guys later. Say bye.
Oh, this one. Bye.
Bye.
Okay. All right.
Whew,
Class.
we did that.